Independent grind powered by Tech 9.
Say, let's just like go back to the beginning. Tell us how you got into rapping and your early influences and whatnot.
How I got into rapping. Well, I mean, music has been a part of my life forever. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, my mother, she played piano and organ. My father, a bunch of singers and everything. So music in general, I was born into music. Hip hop is just, part of my environment, the culture that I was brought up in. And that's how I became rapping. As far as influences, so many people: Pac, Mystical, Busta Rhymes, DMX, M. You know what I'm saying? It's done went up. Hip hop. You just always learn. You always grasp. You're a sponge, and you soak up different things and everything. But there's a few of people, artists, producers like Timbaland, and you know what I'm saying. Yeezy, of course, Pharrell. To give you a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of want to ask about, for those who don't know, you're originally from Columbia, but also heavily tied to St. Louis. Am I correct?
Correct.
Awesome. So how does that? So I mean, does a lot of your influence also kind of stem from the St. Louis sound? Like, were you kind of coming up on a lot of the shit coming out of there, or because I know with Kansas City, guys like got
Nah. I would say that Columbia is super diverse. So growing up in Columbia, you get a little bit of everything. But I've just always been. What intrigued me was first it was the pulse, the low end, bass, drums. You would get more of that from the South. You know what I'm saying? As far as the sound, I don't know where I actually got my sound. It's about what feels good to me. You dig what I'm saying? And usually it's heavy bass driven. You know what I mean? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Columbia is super diverse. You know what I'm saying? There's people that love East Coast music. There's people that love West Coast music. There's people that loves, more things from the South or whatever. I know, like what you said, in Kansas City, people gravitate towards the West. Towards St. Louis, they probably gravitate towards the South or whatever. But it's everywhere.
Definitely. Yeah. And with you being from Columbia, I know that's a big college town. So you're making like with options and whipping up, you're making shit that they're about to just fall in love with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, options. That's signature Stevie right there. You know what I'm saying? The people who love what I do, they want. You know what I'm saying? Whipping up, that's more current. You know what I'm saying? That's more for these kids right now to grasp their attention and everything like that. But, so yeah.
Absolutely. Kind of taking things back again, I know we were talking about your upbringing and stuff, but do you mind, once again, for the people that don't know, I know it's been a while since we last talked to you on Independent Grind, but do you mind kind of setting the stage for how you got linked up with Tech and Strange? Like, how did that relationship come about, and how did you first meet all these guys like Tech, Trav, Chris, and all them?
Well, actually, my first show I ever did was with Tech. It was the same day that Tech and Travis decided they was going to form Strange Music. It was at Fulton Fairgrounds. I was still in high school. That's my first show that I ever did. I was living in Columbia still at the time, of course. And I did a show with them that day. And I was doing my thing in Columbia, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. So anytime they used to come through and do shows, they would always put me on the shows, and everything. Then I got a production deal. That's why I moved to St. Louis. I had got a production deal. And I moved up to St. Louis. And then, shortly after signed with Ruthless Records. People don't know who that is. That's the late Eazy's. Rest in peace, Eazy. It was his label. His wife signed me to make it right. She did. And then I started get me back on shows with Tech. So I would do Columbia and St. Louis and stuff. So, I've been knowing Trav and Tech since like 2000, year 2000. So we hooked up at a show, and then they started letting me get on the shows and stuff like that. So that's how the relationship it blossomed.
So it was a pretty natural ordeal whenever they decided to bring you on.
Yeah, it was natural. It just came full circle around. You know what I mean? And yeah.
One of the things I want to ask, I know we spoke with Mayday a little bit about this, but you guys are doing more shows than really anybody. Like most other tours, you guys, Tech and all you guys, Strange Music, are really doing more shows than pretty much every other rapper. How do you maintain to bring like that same show every single night and give this new set of fans every night your best performance? Like, how do you not get, what mindset do you get in to really bring them the best that you can do?
Well, it's a different experience every city. You know what I mean? And then, and just like I said, it's our job to make sure that the fans are satisfied and you leave it on the floor. I come from a sports background. Before this music, I was supposed to have went and play basketball. So it's the same mentality. You go out there and you leave it on the floor every single night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I've taken my sports background and just it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Work hard, you're going to get back what you put out. You know what I mean? So it's very important to go out and give a great show every single night. You know what I mean? There's no days off when we perform.
We've seen some video footage of you performing Options. How's the response been on that on the road?
Crazy. It's been crazy. I love doing Options out here, and the people are going crazy. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Getting very, very good feedback. And, yeah, man, it's been going great.
So Level Up's coming out June 2nd.
Yes, sir.
What's the whole idea behind it? I mean, I heard that Level Up was kind of just random, like the name, just kind of give us a background.
It wasn't
of
random.
the album.
No, it definitely wasn't random. What it was is like my last album, Month of Ben, was so serious, so personal, and a little bit of therapy for myself. On this album, I just wanted to go out and make music and have fun. You know what I mean? So I actually went out to LA and started working first to start the album. I got about 10 records done. And then we named the album Level Up. And the reason why we named the album Level Up is because everything had leveled up. The production, the type of records, the concepts, everything. You know what I'm saying? It was just a level up from what we had been doing. And that was just organic. You know what I'm saying? That just came. It definitely wasn't random. But I let the music tell me what to call the album. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And we know, speaking on your production, everything's being leveled up, and you've got, obviously, it's a must. You've got 7 on there, and then you got to work with other guys like Scott Storch, who's a legend in the game, and newer guy, somewhat, Perps of 808 Mafia. How was working with those guys out in Los Angeles?
Dope. Perps with 808 Mafia, real cool dude. Can't wait to get back in with him and do some more records. Super talented. Scott Storch, that I spent a couple of days with him at his house in LA, and we just worked. We did like 4 records. 2 of them actually we put on the album. Super dope. We have them joints. They're with the Aftermath camp, Dr. Dre's camp. They got one on here. County Boy Frizz and his crew, Real. They got like a cluster on here, like 3 or 4 records, I believe. I just worked. You know what I'm saying? I just went and just had fun and just did whatever came to me and what felt good. And that's what we came up with this Level Up project. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, we're looking forward to it. Dropping 6/2. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about the project, or anything else you got coming up?
I'm definitely excited about the project. I think that we got something to work with, though. You know what I mean? With this project, I've been able to already do some things that I haven't done this far. Like I did a press release in New York and everything like that. So it's really just getting the people something new, fresh. I'm evolving as a man, as an artist and everything. And it's another journey. It's another ladder to wherever the music's going. And I'm just excited for the people to get a hold of it and grasp. Dig what I'm saying? That's what it is, you know. That's what it is. I'm excited for the feedback, you know.
This is the genius, Chris Calico. Cali, baby. Letting you know you're tuned into Tech Nine's Independent Grind on Dash Radio. Ah!